Hi, my name's Katie Hay, and I have the pleasure of being here with Dr. Jordan Leasure, um, and yeah, we're just gonna check in with you and see how you're doing during this crazy time. And first, like, how are you? How's everything going, especially like with your profession and everything in the health industry?
You know what? I think that I'm probably doing the same as everybody right now. Mood varies by minute, and
Same.
we are fortunate that chiropractors are considered necessary medical personnel in Illinois. So our office is still open. We are still seeing patients, which I guess I didn't really realize the need until we saw quite a few acute injuries. You know, people that are home, they think they have some
Sure.
spare time, so they're painting their bathroom. I had a patient that fell in the bathtub and hurt herself. I got another call this morning from someone that's been suffering with horrible sciatic pain. And if we were not allowed to remain open, those are the types of individuals that would have to be going to the ER or going to an acute care center, which obviously is going to have a much higher risk when it comes to being exposed to some of this virus.
Totally. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, just because we're in quarantine, like, the needs for chiropractic care don't just like
Right.
automatically stop. Totally. So have you noticed, like, you were saying more people have been in with injuries and everything during this time?
Yeah, the way that chiropractic works, at least in our office, we see a split. So we see a good number of patients that are in for wellness. So they get adjusted once a month. They're feeling good. They're looking for the neurological benefits of chiropractic, better sleep, improved immune function, things like that. And then we also see a good number that are sports injuries. We see a lot of moms. I practice with my sister, and Jade has a focus in pediatrics and prenatal. So a good number of our patients are actually young ones, who may be suffering from constipation or mood disorders or things like that. And then of course, pregnant women that are hoping to have a easier birth, less pain during pregnancy. So, our practice kind of spans the gamut. So some of those people have decided to hold off on care and not venture out. And then fortunately, we are able to service those that do need us. And we've also, I think, done what a lot of industries are doing, and we've transitioned a lot of our services virtually. So
That's
we,
awesome. Weird times.
it's very interesting. Obviously, you're not doing a chiropractic adjustment over the computer,
Yeah.
but we are able to do we do physical therapy in the office. We're able to do a lot of our PT virtually. So we'll see a patient, and as long as I'm able to, and it'll be their bedroom, their kitchen, but as long as I can see them and, possibly the floor, depending on the exercises we're doing, we're able to give them recommendations and see how they're moving and, are they functionally doing stuff the way that they should. PT is different in, just exercise in that way, but we're able to continue those services. And I do a lot of functional medicine, so I have clients all over the world anyway, and so those services continue to be virtual, and we discuss lifestyle, and we discuss how are people eating during this time, and what's their stress level like.
Oh,
Um,
totally.
Most of us know the answer to that, even without asking. Um,
I know. Have you know, I feel like just being inside and going from a really active lifestyle to like having to stay inside and like staying in your little room all day, like have you noticed people are struggling more? Like do people, I don't know. I feel like at least I've been a little bit more sore and just from not like walking around and um just not having as much of an active lifestyle anymore.
Absolutely. I actually started a free Facebook group. It's called Dr. Jordan Stress Boot Camp.
I love that.
I did a video last night. What I'm doing a video a day on some of these same complaints. And the video we did last night was on ergonomics. So what should your, and I keep looking to the right because that's where my computer and my setup is. But, you know, what does your setup look like? Because just like you, a lot of students are home and they're working in wherever they can, whether that's a kitchen table or a bedroom, or if there's fortunate enough to have a dedicated office. And then individuals that have never worked from home are working from home. So I want to make sure that everybody is positioned appropriately. And then something that we heavily discussed last night was how inactivity can be very damaging. So we like to make sure people are moving, even if that's, you know, just to get outside and take 5 deep breaths. We need to be doing as much as we can. I actually suggested if people have the room to put a yoga mat on the floor in their office so that they could take a 5-minute break and, you know, do a couple stretches.
I love that. I feel like a really good thing about just to find some good in this time is there's so many people just like you online who are offering services just to like stay stretching and just treating your body right. And yeah, do you have any more tips of people who are at home to maybe stay well and keep their health in check during this time?
Oh yeah, how much time do you have? This could go on like hours.
I know.
A few of my easy tips, and some of the providers that are offering services, whether they are paid for or they are free, you know, a lot of the benefit comes from just a community, just a human connection. I, under normal circumstances, lecture quite often on the benefit of societal health. And of course, that's one thing I'm hearing from a lot of patients is their blood pressure is elevated because they're not connecting with people. They're home, you know, and I'm with my husband and my toddler, and I discuss the stresses that come from that, but there's a lot of individuals that are home alone, and that is exceedingly challenging because you can't, you know, there is no communication, there's no even like a hello, good morning, a kiss, a hug, some simple things that I think a lot of us take for granted. And then there's also those individuals that, you know, this is just a blanket statement, but college students that possibly had a significant other, and now, you know, who knows when's the next time that they're going to be able to connect. So there's a lot of pieces that are missing, I think, that are not on the top of people's radar, but our societal health, I think, is going to be in our psychological health. I think is going to be really damaged from having to remain isolated, depending on how long we are. But some easy things that people can do right now are, I kind of break it into mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. So on the mental aspect, communicating, you know, is number one. Getting up, showering, and I just had this conversation with some colleagues, but making sure that, you know, you treat yourself as you would a child. And depending on the age of the viewer, maybe they can't relate, but, you know, as a parent, I'm prioritizing my son's well-being, and I need to make sure that I'm also treating myself just as importantly. So I'm getting my sleep, I'm waking up, taking a shower, putting on my makeup, putting on real clothes. You know, I'm not just spending the day in my pajamas on the couch with Netflix and wine, which can be appealing, you know, to some people, but that's going to have a very fast downward spiral.
Yeah.
We're adhering to some sort of schedule. You know, quality eating is very, very important. I've been doing a lot of meal plans for patients because even though we appear to have more time right now, those, again, have children or have other responsibilities or juggling, you know, a job and applying for these alleged small business loans and, you know, wondering what's going to come next. There's a lot on everybody's plate, so to speak. So making sure that they are eating healthy is very important, because this stress that we're experiencing can be very detrimental to our, not only our mental health, obviously, but our physical health, in depleting our immune system. So we like to make sure that people are doing as much as they can to be proactive and be deliberate, you know, in their actions.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Those were such great tips. And I think you really stress the importance of staying just like helping your mental health through your physical health too. Just keeping that intact. I think this time is really a good time to like check in with yourself and um whether it be through like yoga or walking, just making sure you yourself are doing well. That's been nice, but also like staying connected to those around you. And I feel like if anything, this was a good time for a quarantine to happen because we have these nice Zoom calls, like there's Facebook, there's FaceTime. So that's been really nice to stay in touch with people. But how can the community like support you and your practice during this time, just so we're all staying connected and helping one another?
Absolutely. I would say some of the easiest ways are, joining the free Facebook group that I set up, the Dr. Jordan Stress Management Boot Camp. It's a great place for others to connect because our big thing right now is it's okay to not be okay. Even myself, I have a world of education when it comes to how stress impacts our health. And I still have moments where, I'm breaking down and I feel like the ceiling's going to come crashing down.
Yeah.
But, I take a step back and I take my own medicine, so to speak, and go on with my day. And me being able to provide that service of education to people these times has really helped us. We're also offering for those that have been patients or would like to be patients or see themselves being patients once, we're all set free, so to speak.
Yeah.
We're doing what a lot of the local businesses are doing, where we're offering a 20% above and beyond what people purchase as a gift card. So if somebody buys a $100 gift card for the office, they receive an additional $20. So we've had a lot of patients take advantage of that. And, it can be used for chiropractic services, for vitamins, it can be used for massage, any of the services that we offer. And that helps us out. It allows us to continue staff. Because like a lot of small businesses, even though our numbers are down, our sunk costs don't change. So I'm still paying rent, I'm still paying malpractice, I'm still paying staff, I'm still, paying for insurance. So we do what we can.
And it's such a good time to like come in and support each other, because if we have to stay home, like there are all these businesses, especially downtown Libertyville, that we love and we rely on, and so we just really want to support you guys through this. Because
yeah, I think the residents sort of have a tendency to forget about the services and the shops downtown. There's a lot going on for the restaurants, and I love you all very much.
Yes.
However, there are a lot of other shops and stores downtown and service providers that are really, really hurting, that need some attention. It's very easy in this type of situation to fall back on Amazon and some of those big retailers that are offering delivery. But, I've done what I can to support the other downtown shops, who some are providing free delivery in Libertyville, so don't forget about them. And of course, us, where we do offer supplements and we're delivering rehab equipment for patients. So if somebody needs a foam roller or a stretch strap or anything like that, we've got free delivery for that stuff. So, don't forget about everybody else.
That's awesome. And that's so cool. You guys offer supplements and everything too. Have people coming in and trying those out a little bit more? Or are there certain ones you would recommend to try when people are at home and can focus on their own health?
Yeah, with the virus, the functional medicine groups that I'm a part of, the research that's coming out for that, of course, is a caveat. I always have to tell people to make sure that you check with your physician or your provider prior to starting or stopping any medication or introducing any sort of supplement. But the big things right now, the research, I just posted a peer-reviewed journal article on vitamin D. So making sure that you're taking 10,000 IUs of a high quality vitamin D. And I recommend a liquid D with K because it helps boost the absorption. Vitamin C is huge right now. And vitamin C should be taking about 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day. And zinc is terrific. Make sure you're taking zinc with food or else it'll give you an upset stomach. And you can take like 30 to 60 milligrams a day of zinc. So those are kind of my big heavy hitters right now. But our immune system starts in our gut. So you want to make sure that your gut is happy and healthy. So that's why eating right is good, and minimizing drinking as much as you can. Keep your water up. Taking probiotics this time is super important. So those are some really easy things. And our website for the vitamins is salutogeniclife.com, and that can be a mouthful. But you can also just call the office.
Perfect. That's so cool. I think it's easy to feel helpless during this time, but like there are things and supplements and practices like our community can do for themselves, but also to support business that can help you just in prevention of what's going on. Totally. Awesome. Well, it's been so nice talking to you and just checking in and hearing all the awesome things you're doing. And yeah, it was such a pleasure and very informative too.
It was wonderful speaking with you too. Yeah, and I think if there's one thing that I can leave everybody with, it's be deliberate, in your choices this time. Don't feel like you have to make a choice out of fear. Be proactive, which, hence the reason we named the office North Shore Proactive Health. Be proactive in your actions and be deliberate with your health and the health of your family.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I'm sending you a lot of healthy vibes during this time. And we'll be sure to link both your business below and the supplements if anyone listening would like to support you through that.
That'd be perfect. I appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.